everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with a new YouTube mini class for you today. I have decided that because my YouTubes are so long that a demo really isn't what I should be calling them. I should be calling them a little mini class because then it doesn't sound so bad when they're 45 minutes long. So that's what we're doing today. We're doing a new YouTube mini class for you. Now I've got lots and lots to talk about. I have got dies from diversions, and I'm going to tell you a little story about diversions in a few minutes. But before I get started, I want to tell you there is a ton of new product in the store. OMG. And I've got some of it around me so I can share it with you and show you. And I'm going to put what I show you on sale, even though it's not going to be in the YouTube, so it will kind of be a YouTube yummy, but more like a product premiere. And so I'm really excited about that. But first things first, we have winners. Yay! I'm loving the giveaways. This totally rocks for me. I come in and on YouTube morning, I'm just as happy as I can be because I know I get to say that somebody has won a great prize. And of course, we've got two great prizes for this YouTube. So I've got my little Post-it note over here, and I've got my little bag. I don't know if you can see it, but there's Memento inks, there's brush sticks, there's hot off the press stuff in there. It is a great little mini package. I'm loving it. There's got to be, I don't know, $40 worth of stuff in here. I mean, that's awesome, right? Awesome. Now, from the very first YouTube, I'm still waiting for Sent Up My Life. I think it's Sent Up My Life, Sent Up Your Life. Please give us a call. Your Elizabeth Craft stuff is waiting. And if we don't hear from you by the next YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and put it into another YouTube. We'll give it away at another time. So Sent Up My Life, Sent Up Your Life, please give us a call, 661-298-1112. And then from the last YouTube, I know one of you called in, but I'm not sure which one. So it was Sharon Garbett and Donalda Martin. Now I know we've already shipped one of you your prize. Yay! I'm very happy for you. But the other, whether it be Sharon or Donalda, please give us a call so we can send you your goodies as well. You took the time to post a comment, so I want you to win. And this YouTube, drum roll please, this YouTube, we have Sue McGowan, and boy, they just have like a screen name, Terry JDY, Terry JDY. You two have won! Woo! Yay for you! Brrr. Drum roll. So I am very excited that we have Sukaniko product for you. We have a hot off the press product for you. We've got a great little prize package, but you need to give us a call, 661-298-1112, and talk to the SMS girls. Tell them that you are a winner, and we will get those prizes right out to you. Congratulations to both of you. And for the other prize winners, if you haven't called in yet, just pick up that phone so we can get you your great prizes too. Okay? So first things first, we took care of the winners. Happy day. Next, I want to show you some quick new product that has come into the store. So I am going to tilt on down and we're going to get started for today, and then we're going to go into diversions. And there's a little story behind this company, and I'm going to share that with you. But first I want to show you what came in that's new because I'm really excited, okay? Down we go. Bye. Woo. Oh, and there's the diversions. There's some of the dies we're going to be working with today. But second things second, I guess, because we already did first things first. We have new Tim Holtz in. So we have got the new Tim Holtz, some of the new embossing folders. That one is travel sign set. This one is bottle caps and ruler set. So these just came in. They're brand new. They're different from the release we had before. We have the tapered fringe sizzlet die, all brand new. We've got the bigs, and this is, pediments. There we go. The bigs pediments are in. Really cute. We've got the postage stamp. And this one is a movers and shapers dies, so you can put your movers and shapers pieces in there. And remember, this little piece that it comes with, that's a magnetic piece. Don't throw that away. You need to keep that. What that does is if you're cutting this movers and shapers die with no other movers and shapers in it, let's just say you just want that stamp, that postage stamp. This little piece is magnetic, and so it's a little bit, and it's made of foam, it sits a little bit higher than the die itself. So when you put your paper in and you send it through your Big Shot machine, it compresses down so your die will cut the paper. But when it's time to pick that paper up, it helps pop that paper out. Otherwise, the paper can get wedged right into the little edges of your die, and we don't want that. So you need one of these. You don't need more than one, but you need at least one for any of your movers and shapers. And if you don't have another die in here, another movers and shapers die, you always want to have that magnetic piece. So a little tip for the day. But we've got the new postage stamp in. We've got the new postage stamp mini and movers and shapers. So if you had one of these pieces sitting in the middle of this, you wouldn't need the little magnetic piece because this will help it pop out, the paper pop out. So we've got the little movers and shapers in, and we've got his rectangles that are all movers and shapers. These are like a must-have for everything. These are awesome. So these are all gonna go on sale with the other Tim Holtz that's already on sale for February at 20% off. 20% off. So if you've been waiting for these from Tim, now's the time because they're 20% off. I would love to see what somebody's going to do with this. Somebody's going to come up with something so flippin' creative. Okay, so that's one new product that's in. Next, quickly, we have a few left of the Greenhouse Society collection from December. And we have a few left of Greenhouse Society collection from January. These stamps are by Technique Tuesday. They're very limited. When we sell out, and we can't get them back in. What I want to tell you is that these ship for free, totally free. So if you place an order for these and that's all that's on your order, it's going to show free shipping. But let's say you do a little more shopping. Thank you very much. And you order a few more things. The computer will not register that this is a free item until you hit $50 or more, not including this item. So that would actually be $63. At $63, our system will say, oh, they met their minimum. They've got $50 worth of free merchandise. This one ships for free anyway, so that's free shipping. Don't pay attention to that. When we get your order in and I see you've got a Greenhouse Society stamp and you've spent more than $50 and you've been charged shipping, we take it off for you. Don't worry, go ahead, process your order through. I promise you, I look at every order, and if I can reduce the shipping, especially on international, if I can reduce the shipping, we absolutely do. A lot of times for Canada, we'll take it from $40 down to $21. So with the Greenhouse Society, they ship for free, but if your order shows shipping and you have spent a total of $50 or more with the Greenhouse Society stamp and it still shows shipping, don't worry, we'll take it off for you. Aren't they cute? But only a few left, so hurry up and get them. They're $13 and you can't go wrong with them. Last but not least of new products, okay, everybody loved the pillow boxes. They are back in stock. We've got plenty of them. They love the clear pillow boxes. They loved them so much that I went ahead and I brought in craft pillow boxes and white pillow boxes. Now they're a little bit less money than the clear. I think this size sells for $3 for 10, and the larger size is $4.50 for 10, and fabulous. They're going to also be on sale. I want to show you a couple quick samples of what we've done with them, just so you can see. Yvette, one of the SMS girls, is that darling, OMG, and she took a little bit of stickles. I can't remember whose paper this is. Maybe it's, I don't remember, but look at the fun trim we used, and she just used paper, cut it out, wrapped it around, and made an adorable little box using this size. Then she made a bigger box using the white, and she used the Graphic 45 place and time, and she did it for, it looks like St. Patty's Day, and that is using the larger size. Super cute. And a good size, boy, you could fit quite a bit of stuff in there. You could even fit a cute little pair of gloves or whatever. Darling size. Great for party favors. So now you've got craft and you've got white. And I wanted to show you, I threw this together last night as I was getting on with the YouTube stuff ready for this morning. And I embossed the white. Can you see the embossing on the white? I hope so. It's hard for me to tell. But I took a Couture Creation. Now, where did I put that thing? I took a Couture Creation. Oh, right here. Couture Creation, one of their new dies, or embossing folders. And this one is called Passion. I took a Couture Creation embossing folder. And remember, these are limited too. These are brought in from overseas, so when we sell out, we sell out. I took that, put my white embossing, or my white folder right in there. Put it right in there and sent it on through and added the embossing. Then I just took some organza that we sell in the store. We have it in, it comes in 6-inch widths and we sell it by the yard. And some cute little bling flowers and just wrapped it around. What a cute little wedding favor or a shower favor. And if you can see the embossing front and back, really easy to do. I mean, fast and easy. I mean, I did it while I was setting the YouTube up last night. That's how fast and easy it is. And the embossing folders, this is the collection. So this is the one I used, but there are some of the others that we currently have in stock. And again, when they're gone, they're gone. And these are the Couture Creation. So that is some new product that has come in. I love this. I love the feel of it. Has come in since the last time I saw you. There has been so much. Oh my gosh. But now let's move on to diversions, because I have a little story about them. I guess I have a little story about everything. I take after my father that way. That man has got more stories. But I love all of his stories. They make me happy. Even though I've heard them 100 times, probably just like you guys out there. You've heard them, your folks' story 100 times, but it still makes you happy every time they tell it to you. Okay, so diversions. I loved these dies. I absolutely loved these dies. I loved them last year. I loved them so much that I called Diversions and I said, this is Stacy at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and we're a die store. We are a technique store. I am a technique junkie and we sell lots and lots of dies. Can you please send me a sample of your dies so I can play with them? Because it's very important to me that the dies do work. They have to work consistently. They have to work to you. You can't be struggling with them. They have to flow through nicely. The stuff has to pop out nicely. I mean, I don't mind taking a little pokey tool and poking stuff out, but it has to cut consistently. Otherwise, no matter how beautiful the shape is, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And in my store, if it doesn't meet my standard, if I can't work with it, how can I expect you to work with it? So I called Diversions and I said, send me one of your more complicated shapes. Now they sent me a butterfly that this is an Easter egg. They sent me a butterfly very similar to this. As you can see, there is a lot of detail in that die. And I tried to make it work and I tried to make it work and I wanted these dies so desperately, but I could not make them work. So I called Diversions back and I told Danny, who is the nicest person ever. I told him, Danny, these dies don't work. I'm sorry. I love you. I love your dies, but I can't bring them in. So a year later, CHA comes back in, this last January, and I see Danny, and he's there at CHA with his dies, and I stop by, and he says, you're going to love what we've done. And I said, really? And he said, we've changed manufacturers. We've changed the company that is producing our dies. And I said, really? And he said, really? And so I said, okay, well, show me. Let's see how these work, because if they work, I'll buy them. Well, right next door to their booth was the Basil booth. And Susan, who is the creative director for Diversions, just bebopped on over to Basil, and we picked out several different weights of Basil paper, everything from the 100-pound cardstock all the way down. And I made them cut and cut and cut, and I picked difficult ones and I picked easy ones, and I mean, I really put them through the test, because when we send something to you, when we sell something to you in our retail store or online, I need to be confident that you're going to be successful with it. If you can't be successful with it, then again, it doesn't matter how beautiful the image is, it's pointless. It's a waste of good money, and I don't want you to waste your money. You work too hard for it. But I have to tell you, they worked. Yay! I was so excited. I couldn't believe my eyes. They cut so beautifully. So if you have diversions dies and they're a little bit older and they have the white foam on the top, that's not the case anymore. The company has changed. They have a new manufacturer. The dies are working beautiful. I guess it's almost like give them a second chance. Try them again. I put myself out there and I tried them again, and I am so glad that I did. Look at the detail on that. Look at the detail. And you want to see what I cut with it? I was going to show this later, and I cut it backwards, so just go with me on this, okay? I took a card, a pre-scored card, folded it in half. Now, mind you, I put my die backwards, and I cut a mini little card. Now, I haven't finished poking out all the little holes in there, and they make a really great pokey tool set. That's amazing, and I do need to go in there and just continually poke out the little holes, but they poke out fine. There's no problem. But how pretty is that? Then to be backed onto another card where you can open this up, maybe put a little bit of another little oval in there and put a sentiment. How pretty is that? So I want to show you they work. They're fabulous. So we're going to play with those today, and I wasn't going to show you that one right away, but I guess I got overly excited with myself. I love the new edges, and that's one of the ones I'm going to show you today. I love these edges. I think they rock, and at the price, they're $6.99. They are a wafer die, which means they are a thin die. So you can cut paper, you can cut fun foam, some felt, some fabric, not too much. 2 sheets of paper at the most, okay? 2 sheets of paper at a time at the most. But I love these edges. They are amazing, and I want to show you how to use them because I was so excited about them. So I'm going to pull up my Big Shot machine. My Big Shot machine, which is the die cutting machine of choice here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. And I have got my multi-purpose platform. Okay, I cannot remember your name, and I am so sorry. You called me and you said, Joanne's has these, because these multi-purpose platforms are no longer made, and they are like gold. They come with your machine. And so everybody who buys a Big Shot machine is going to get one, but if something happens to it, you can't replace it. Oh, it breaks my heart. It really does. So this wonderful lady, I want to say she was from South Carolina, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. She called me up and she said, Stacy, I saw them on Joann's last night. And I said, no, you did not. And she said, yes, I did. So I ran to joanns.com and I clicked on them. There they were. I tried to add them to my cart. Sorry, this item is discontinued and sold out. Oh, deflating, but that's okay. They're coming out with a new one. It's just longer. We'll get used to it. We'll see how we like it. But if you've got your multi-purpose platform, treat it with kid gloves because you can't replace it. So I have my multi-purpose platform. I have my do not cut plate. Remember, do not cut plate always on the bottom. Keeps your dies going through nice and smooth. No warpage on your plates. This is my top plate, and yes, it's nasty, ugly, but don't worry about that. We're going to use this until it literally cracks in half. So I have got my die, and I have got my piece of paper, my card. Now, the way you do the die is you want to be able to read it as if it's looking at you. So there's the U-R. I want to be able to read it. U-R. If I turned it upside down, I would have to hold it this way to read it, and that's not going to work. You want to hold it here and read it. U-R. So I know I'm right. There's my U, and my R. So I'm going to lay it down right onto, I'm going to scoot this over just a hair bit. I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to take one of my Post-it notes. Post-it note. You can use Post-it note, you can use removable tape. I had an awesome suggestion from a customer to use washi tape. It's inexpensive, you probably already have it. You can use it again and again and again. A little piece of washi tape will do, but you just want to put it there so it holds your die in place. I'm going to put it on my do not cut plate, and I'm going to put my top plate over it. Now, I want you to hear something because it's really important. Because I don't want you to freak out. When you send it through your Big Shot machine, it makes a noise. Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to be quiet, and I want you to hear this. Do you hear that? It makes a noise. That is okay. That's just the die going through. And when I take it off, and I pull it out, there's my UR. Fold my card, and there it is. How cute is that? Isn't that just darling? I'm going to do that one more time because I really want you to hear what it sounds like. I want you to know that it's okay. So I'm going to take my UR. I'm going to look at it. I want to be able to read it. UR. I'm looking at it so that I can read the UR when it's facing me. That's really important. Otherwise, what's going to happen is if I put it this way, if I put it backwards where this edge is against this edge, it is going to cut this. You're going to literally cut a little UR piece out. Now, if that's what you want, that's what you would do. You would put your long edge against this long edge. If that's what you want, you could make the border any size you want. This is going to become a border. So UR, right there, UR. But I want it to be a part of the card. So I need this edge to be away from this one. I want it to be part of my card. And I'm going to take my little Post-it note. Again, you can take repositionable tape. You can take washi tape, whatever you've got handy, just to keep it in place. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to put my top plate over it, and I'm going to send it through. And I'm going to be quiet. Hear that? It's okay. I promise. I would not steer you wrong. First time I heard that, I almost freaked out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? They're like, no, 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 it's good, it's okay. And just pop all my little pieces out and fold my card. And there we are. So easy, so simple. I want to show you some samples so it's easier for you to see. But if you just backed, how cute. You are beautiful. You are fabulous. You are wonderful. You are my hero. You are special. You are whatever you then want to put as your sentiment inside. It's all up to you. So I'm going to show you some quick samples of what we did with those. And we've got a couple of them. Here's the UR sample. I'm going to move this out of my way just for a moment. Here's the UR sample. Now this is also a diversions die. Beautiful, isn't it? There's UR. Beautiful. Is that not a great sample? Beautiful, isn't it? And this die here is absolutely gorgeous. So we didn't even use the UR on the side of a card. We used it on the top. UR, beautiful. And then I showed you I Wish You. I love I Wish You. I wish you happy birthday. I wish you happy Easter. I wish you happy Valentine's Day. I wish you happy anniversary. I wish you luck. I wish you good tidings. I wish you Merry Christmas. How about I wish you happy Easter? The SMS girls did this one yesterday. So cute. And this is using new paper by Reminisce. Isn't this paper darling for Easter? I wish you happy Easter. And then you just, whatever you're going to say on the inside. How cute is that? And the I wish you right on the side. So cute. Here we have another wish. I wish you. I wish you happy birthday. So cute, so simple. The I wish you, it just takes the card to a different level. Everybody wants to know how you did that. Love the I wish you. Then we have celebrate. Let's see. Here's celebrate. So let me show you some samples using celebrate. And again, this wasn't used on the edge of the card. We cut 3 pieces of paper and stacked them, 3 different sizes. So that celebrate, 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 and another diversions die. Cute, isn't it? Celebrate your day. Just a darling card. And then I love this one. Beautiful card. Isn't that just gorgeous? Happy birthday. Celebrate. So easy to do. And then you just sign it, put your sentiment. So easy to do. Isn't that beautiful? I love these edges. And at $6.99, and they'll be on a YouTube Yummy sale, because YouTube Yummies means sale, so they'll be 15% off. You cannot go wrong. These are easy peasy. All right. So that's some of the easier dies, the edge dies. I want to show you something a little more complicated, a little more detailed, and that's going to be the egg. Okay? So I'm going to pull my Big Shot machine back up, and I'm going to keep my platform the same, only this time I'm going to do what's called a spot shim. I'm going to take a piece of paper. Now, every machine is different. Some machines are a little bit looser, some machines are a little bit tighter, and when they talk about that, they're talking about the rollers that are underneath. How much pressure actually gets placed down on your die when you're using it. Some of them are a little bit less, some of them are a little bit more. Every machine is different. So your machine may just take 1 spot shim. Some machines may take 2 spot shims, but you're going to start with 1 to see if it cuts, and then you're going to build up from there. When you are doing the intricate dies, you will need to shim, absolutely. You will need to just take a random piece of paper, put it down, put your die flat edge against that paper. What this paper is doing is adding a little bit more height to push it a little bit harder against the wheels that are under here. Some may need 2 pieces of paper, some may need 3 pieces of paper. It just depends upon your machine. Now I'm going to take my paper that I'm going to cut, I'm going to put it over the cutting edge, and the cutting edge is always the edge that has all the ridges on it. This is flat. It isn't going to cut anything. So you're going to put that against your shim. And my shim is right on my clear plate. So I've got my clear plate, my shim, my die, my piece of paper that I'm going to cut, and then my other clear plate. And because we're using a wafer die, we keep our multi-purpose platform completely closed. Wafer die, remember, see how wafer thin it is? That's a wafer die, or a chemically etched die. Now I'm going to send it on through. And I'm going to put it through once, and then I'm going to put it through going backwards. Now, assuming I have enough of a shim, it should cut fine, and it did. You can see all the cuts are in there. Now I need to take my pokey tool and I need to get it out of there. And let's poke some of these bad boys out, just so maybe I can get in underneath. Let's poke a few more out. So a lot of pokey tool, a lot of pokey holes. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. I'll pull it on out. And you can see quite a few are already left behind. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You can kind of give it a tap. Boy, the girls are going to love me for that. There's stuff everywhere now. You can give it a tap, and some of them are going to fall out. So the more the tap, but there's going to come a point where you're going to have to go in there and just poke them right out. And because they cut so well, you're not fighting poking them. I have to tell you, the first time I tried these dies, you couldn't poke them out for anything. I mean, it was almost impossible. And now they just literally fall right out. And this I'm using American Craft cardstock. I did one, let's see, where did I put it? Oh, I did one here. This one I've already poked everything out. This is on the 100-pound basil cardstock. This Sweet Shop 100-pound basil cardstock. It is so beautiful. I will tell you, I used 2 shims to get this to cook. 2 shims to get it to cut. So I put 2 pieces of paper down as a shim, but it's absolutely magnificent. Now I could sit here and I could poke all these out, but you really don't want to see me do that. But you absolutely, they just fall. They just poke right out. You're not fighting it at all. I was so happy to see that because I don't have the patience to get in there and fight, and I don't want to have to try and go in there and snip to get some of these pieces out. I want them to just poke right on out, and that's exactly what they do. Diversions has come such a long way. They made such advancements. They've been able to keep the intricacy of their dies and now have them cut like butter. I was just overjoyed because I love their stuff. I mean, this is just stunning. And here, cut out of the 2 to make your own little egg card. Just beautiful. Love them. Now, you can go back. You've got all those little pieces in there. I will tell you, we did laugh out loud. I'm going to cut this one real quick. We did laugh out loud. This one says laugh out loud. Let me just get a piece of paper. I'm going to lay it down. No shim needed. Big ones like this, no shim needed. You're just going to put your paper right over it. Put your clear plate on the top. No shim needed, and send it on through. Just like every other die. One pass, easy peasy, works great, cuts fabulously. Give it a little poke kind of towards the edge with your pokey tool. Okay, see how I did that? Little pokey tool right at the edge. And just pull it out. And you now have laugh out loud. That's awesome. That's consistency. We cut 60 of these for the make and take and did not have a problem once. It just pulled right out. But the question was, everybody was like, now you gotta pop all those little things out. Holy smokes, we cut 10 of them before we popped any of these little pieces, these little extra pieces. We were doing 10 at a time before we pulled all this little extra stuff out. You don't have to poke them out all the time. I'm a little lazy. So I want to cut a few of them before I have to pop all this this little extra stuff out. And you absolutely can, when you're using it, go through and take a Sharpie pen and you can mark which holes are going to pop out the negative and what's going to pop out the actual die. You can just go in there and take a little Sharpie and mark some key holes so you know your go-to holes anytime you need to push it out. You want to just get an edge going and then peel it out. So, laugh out loud was easy. No shim, not needed at all. One pass, easy to do. And again, I took my card, my pre-scored card, and we sell these under stationery. What I would do is do a search under stationery because we sell 50 of them for like $7.99 with the envelopes. And I took my laugh out loud and I held it slightly, here I'm gonna show you. Here's my card. I held it slightly off the top scoring of the laugh out loud. So I held it down just a little bit. See how it's not all the way covering my die? It's held slightly off the laugh out loud, the laugh at the top. And I sent it through my Big Shot machine, just like that, where it was slightly off the top. See how it's not totally covering? I've pulled it down slightly. What that does is that leaves the scoring in these places. So I was able to make my laugh out loud card. Oh, is that so cute? Look at how cute it stands. That just made me happy. I think that's so darling. And it just stands. You can do that with any die. As long as you hold it off the scoring edge, you don't cover the die up entirely. That's how I did this one, is that I held my scoring edge. I didn't cover the whole die. I held it off so that this part, there's my scoring edge, this part didn't cut. That's how I made my egg. Is that gorgeous? Okay. So they're really simple to use. They really are. They have come such a long way. Diversions has done an amazing job. And to help motivate, I have got a free gift for everybody. If you spend $75 or more on Diversions, we are going to send you the complete set of Poke Tools that they have. Oh my gosh, if you have this set, you never need a Poke Tool again. Everybody's looking and going, my dentist has something very similar to that. Yes, they do. But you want them to use for all of your dies. You're going to use these with your memory box dies, with your Sizzix dies, with your Tim Holtz dies. Anything you need to get in there and poke out pieces, this is what you're going to use. It's awesome. It's a $6.50 retail, but if you spend $75 or more on dynamic dies, we're going to send it to you for free. Yay! Who doesn't love free? And with all the amazing dies that they have, I mean, look at the little round one. Let's celebrate. Here's a round one. In fact, I'll pull up the samples. That's what the round ones do. So this one says, let's celebrate today, but this one says, I love you. Look at that sample. Is that not so cute? Love that sample, and that's using the Diversions dies. Really easy, really simple. And now they cut like butter. I can look at you and I can say, these are awesome dies. These are awesome dies. And the edges happen to be some of my favorites, and they're really detailed also. Just love them. And remember, when you use your Big Shot machine, you're going to keep that multi-purpose platform completely closed. And with some of the thicker or the more detailed ones, you are going to need to add a shim. So I know I'm repeating myself. Here's your platform for wafer dies. Here is your first clear plate. Here is your shim. Then your die, wherever I put my die. Then your die, cutting edge up. All this is doing is going to put more pressure on your die to cut the paper better. Then you would take your paper that you're going to cut, put it on top, and finally close it up with your last clear plate. This is your sandwich. If you try one piece of paper and it doesn't cut all the way through, put another piece of paper down and then put your die. You may have to kind of torque your machine a little bit to get it through, but have no fear, it will go through. You can do this. Even if you gotta give it a little bit of a oomph, it's okay. All right, I wanna show you some of the other samples that we've made because they're just beautiful. Let me put some aside. I have got oodles and oodles of samples. So here is an Easter card. We've got the Elizabeth Craft polished silk glitter in the back, and again done with the die, and this is again 100-pound cardstock from Basil. Here's the umbrella, and this is called faux embossing. So the umbrella is an actual die. Boy, I hope you can see it. But it was cut out of the exact same paper that the card was made from, and then taped down, glued down. And it almost looks, the first time I saw that, it's like, how did you emboss that? But it isn't. It isn't embossing. It's called faux embossing, and it's a tone on tone, and it's beautiful. Love the umbrella. Look at the detail on that. Is that just gorgeous? Love this card, and this one was actually sent to me by Susan. Wasn't that sweet of her? She put a little personal note in there, wishing me luck on the YouTube. Here is what we did for the make and take. Here's the laugh out loud that everybody made. Laugh out loud. Just darling, super easy card. And we just took a little Sharpie marker and did the stitches. Here's this one again, only in a different color. And I mounted it on black paper. And here's a laugh out loud. Only this one time we shadowed it. So I cut the Laugh Out Loud out of a solid color of cardstock, then I cut it out of a pattern and I slightly askewed them. Just put it slightly askew so it gives a shadow. This is their summer silhouette. We haven't had time to make a card out of that, but isn't that pretty? And again, you probably will need a shim. Here's one of their new ones. The vase of flowers of roses. Again, you will probably need a shim. But just putting a piece of paper underneath, that is your shim. Happy birthday. And this one we shadowed, so the ivory is the shadow. We cut it out of ivory and then the green, and then just slightly askew. And let's see here. Love the big happy birthday. Love, love, love the big happy birthday. It's the same type of die. It's a solo sentiment, same type of die as Laugh Out Loud. And then just washi tape. Washi tape straight across. And the happy birthday. What a great, easy guy card. Here's another Laugh Out Loud where we shadowed. And we used the black to do the shadowing. And a happy Laugh Out Loud. We have lots of Laugh Out Louds because we used them for the samples for the make and take. Really cute. And then last but not least, the I Love You that I already showed you, and that's using, I think they're called Sweet Spots. These are called Sweet Spot dies, and they make a whole bunch of different sayings. Thank you, and Merry Christmas, and love you, and happy day, I think. There's just a whole bunch of them, and they're very reasonably priced. And then on the edges, I've already showed you the Celebrate. And this one is absolutely gorgeous. SMS Girl Yvette did this one. She used Prima paper. Absolutely beautiful. And I wish you happy birthday. I wish you Merry Christmas. I wish you happy Valentine's. I wish you happy Easter. How useful is that? Cut right into the card. Right into the card. And then you are, and again, this one here is also a die from Diversions. You are beautiful. Okay, we have gone over a ton today. What did we learn? We learned that we need to give people second chances, that's for darn sure, because Diversions absolutely stepped up to the plate and knocked a home run with their new dies. I am so glad that Scrapbooking Made Simple is able to carry these dies with such confidence. They really work. They're just beautiful. We learned that you are going to have to shim your more intricate dies. You're going to have to use a shim with the more intricate dies, and sometimes a double pass. I went forward and then I went backwards, but that's okay. All that's doing is putting a couple pieces of paper down and then your die on top of it. And that's gonna add just a little more pressure through your Big Shot machine so that it cuts better. That's what you're going to do. We've learned that you may need a shim, okay? What else have we learned? We've learned that there's new Greenhouse Society stamps in, and that Tim Holtz has got new stuff in, and that we have got some fabulous new pillow boxes because you guys love the clear ones so much. I brought in the craft and the white. Really cute, huh? I think that's about it for today, although this happens to be one of my more favorite Easter cards. I love that one, so I'm showing it again. We have got YouTube Yummies to talk about and our winners. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tilt on up and I am going to say, what do we have on sale for you this week? I had to put it on a Post-it. That's how much that's on sale this week. Okay, Diversions, 15% off. That's your YouTube Yummy sale. And if you spend $75 or more, you get the free tool set that is a $6.50 value. You do not need to add it to your cart. You do not need to send us an email. If we see your order of $75 or more of Diversions, you are going to get it. You need to do nothing. We're just going to put it right in that order for you. So yay for you. And you really want the tool set. It really is great. It's super sharp. You get a ton of different points at different angles and you won't go wrong with it. Tim Holtz, the new Tim Holtz. Yoo-hoo, 20% off. I'm gonna add it to the Tim Holtz February and it'll be 20% off. So there's already some Tim Holtz on sale, some new Tim Holtz that are on sale for 20% off. I'm going to add this to it. So you've got, gosh, 6 or 7 dies, and you've got a couple embossing folders to look for from Tim Holtz, all at 20% off. You have got the pillow boxes. All the pillow boxes will be 15% off for you. So just beautiful. I love the birthday one. How cute is that? All on sale. And last but not least, we're going to put the Couture Creations. The Fine Design, I think, is this collection. Is it Fine? Yeah, Fine Designs collection is also going to be on sale for 15% off for you. So, Diversions, 15% off and a free gift at $75. Tim Holtz, new Tim Holtz dies, 20% off. Couture Creations, 15% off. Pillow boxes, white craft and clear, 15% off. There's my Post-it note. And then our winners again. Who were our lucky winners? Where did I do with our lucky winners? Oh, Sue McGowan and Terry. There you go. Lucky winners. And we're still waiting for Scent Up My Life or Scent Up Your Life. And I know one of these two nice ladies has already called and we've shipped their item. But if you're the other nice lady, give us a call, 661-298-1112, and we will get your products out to you. Where are you going to buy all of this phenomenal, fabulous, wonderful new product? You're going to get it at Scrapbooking Made Simple. And our website is www.shop@sms.com. The word shop, the word at sms.com, or www.scrapbooking-made-simple.com, or www.shop@scrapbookingmadesimple.com. The word shop, the word at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Now, if you have trouble and you can't get your stuff into your cart, if it's not sticking in your cart, close your browser and reopen it and go back in, and it should work fine. Okay, guys? I know we've had a couple issues over the past week with items not staying in the cart. Just close your browser, close up, and reopen it and go back in, and you should be able to put everything back in your cart. Okay? This is Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, with my mini class. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!